In this movie, you'll learn about Flash Lite. We'll talk about what it is, what it does, where it lives, why it rocks for mobile development. We'll go into a little bit of its history, and we'll talk about how you and users get it. Flash Lite is based on the Flash player. You can call it a player, a runtime, a virtual machine. It's a rich multimedia engine with connectivity. It has a very small footprint. It has a small file size, less than a megabyte, and takes up very little memory in the device it runs on. It works across operating systems and devices. It's pre-installed on many devices, or it can be downloaded and installed by the user. There are 3 main versions. Let's take a look at them. The 3 versions of Flash Lite are Flash Lite 1. It was based on an early version of the Flash Player, Flash Player 4. It uses what has become to be called the ActionScript Virtual Machine 1. AVM 1 processes ActionScript 1, a language that had a quirky, multimedia-type syntax. Flash Lite 2 is based on Player 7, and it runs ActionScript in what is called the ActionScript Virtual Machine 2. It has a very rich feature set and uses a programming language based on JavaScript that has a familiar syntax and structure. Flash Lite 3 represents improvements on Flash Lite 2, and it's based on Flash Player 8. All versions of the Flash Player share these characteristics. They're capable of executing ActionScript, they have a very rich rendering engine, and they support a number of different content types. They have support for text, sound, video in the later versions, 2 and up, and they also have integration with the device and the platform, including network connectivity that lets them transfer data and get the status of the network and device. Flash Lite 1 supported ActionScript 1, and it could be either downloaded or come installed. In Japan, there was a big push to have Flash pre-installed on the phones. It had no capabilities for video. Flash Lite 2 supports ActionScript 2. It also supports XML data and data storage similar to web cookies. It uses devices to play sound and video. With Flash Lite 2, you were able to synchronize sound with your presentation, and you had access to more keys on the device. You could also use a highlight called the focus rectangle to tell the user what interactive object they had selected in your application. Flash Lite 2.1 added a couple of important features. It provided inline input text. In previous versions, if the user wanted to enter text into your Flash Lite application, a text input opened up from the user's device. In Flash Lite 2.1, users can enter text directly into your Flash application. Flash Lite 2.1 also provided support for XML socket communication, allowing continual connection to special servers. The support for this is device-specific. And Flash Lite 2.1 also added support for Brew. Brew is both a method of publishing Flash and an ecosystem that provides for distribution and revenue generation. Flash Lite 3 is the cutting edge. It's an advancement of Flash Lite 2 and has many performance improvements. One of those improvements is lazy loading of ActionScript. Classes are not loaded until they're needed. It also has a security model that follows that of the standard Flash player. And finally, we can play video natively in our Flash Lite applications, as long as the video is in the FLV Flash video format. For content management, there's new metadata capabilities that provide content creators with content management. One new enterprise version of the Flash platform is the Adobe mobile platform. It's aimed at enterprise users such as carriers and manufacturers. It's a client-server solution. The solution includes Adobe Flash Home. It's a Flash home screen that's data-driven. In combination with the Adobe FlashCast 2 server, it allows users to set up channels, subscriptions, and have data on their phone available when they're offline. It uses the Adobe mobile client based on Flash 6 and using a combination of ActionScript 1 and ActionScript 2. In this movie, you've just learned that the Flash Lite player is a small, powerful runtime that is rich in multimedia features, has a familiar language, ActionScript, and a well-known development tool, Flash. This will allow you to create applications that use core Flash features and run anywhere. Even though you must still consider specific implementations and designs for some advanced features, developing in Flash Lite provides the easiest way to create rich applications that run across platforms and devices.